From the Road Design toolbar, select Shoulder Design. Shoulder strings are designed using automated tools. There are two choices with numerous options: fixed crossfall or follow carriageway crossfall. Just like carriageway templates, different methods can be applied throughout the project length. Remember, all the super elevation and widening must be completed before adding shoulders to the scheme. Firstly, select the shoulder crossfall method. Fixed crossfall is a constant rate, and follow carriageway crossfall matches the super elevation applied to the carriageway. Optional methods can be specified for design on curves, and there are different conditions available for the inside or outside of curves. For a fixed crossfall, define the shoulder width and crossfall required. A positive value will raise the shoulder up from the carriageway edge. Follow carriageway crossfall only requires a shoulder width. The reference string must be a master string, and MX matches the roadway crossfall. After one length has been designed, there are choices to be made. Is another length required using a different method, or is another length required using the same method, or do you want to exit? If two or more lengths have been designed, the choices are: is another length required using the same method, or join strings and select the horizontal and vertical join methods, or exit. We're now going to complete the shoulder design for the scheme. I'm going to left click from the Road Design toolbar, Shoulder Design. Now I'm going to use a fixed crossfall, so I'm going to select the same reference string as the edge of carriageway. So this has got to be a fixed crossfall. We can't use a follow carriageway crossfall because no master string has been selected. I'm going to go next. As you can see, the follow carriageway crossfall method is grayed out. It's not available. We've got a fixed crossfall. I'm going to go next. We've got a 1.5 meter width of shoulder and a crossfall of 1 in 40 or 0.025% down. That's dictated by the red arrow up, down. I'm going to go down and hit next. By default, MX is going to design the shoulder for the full length of the reference string, which in this case is exactly what I want, so I hit next. But I could pick start and end points. If I was going to change the shoulder width along this road, I would have to leave a gap, but full length is acceptable. I hit next. There's the shoulder. We've got next to create another template, back to create another template with another length with the same template, or finish to exit. I'm going to go next. I'm going to select the right channel of road 2. Yet again, it's the reference and the edge of carriageway. I'm going to go next. I'm going for a fixed crossfall. Data is remembered from the previous panel, so I go next. Again, the start and end point, I'm going for the full length, so I don't need to alter these values. I hit next. I'm going to go next to create another template. I pick the reference string as the right channel of road 1. I go next, next, next. For the full length, I hit next. Now, I'm going to do the left channel of road 1. And the reason why I've windowed into the junction area is that I'm going to have to be a little bit careful here. I don't want the shoulder to run through the junction area. So I'm going to hit next. I'm going to select the left channel of road 1. I'm going to hit next. I'm going for a fixed crossfall. I'm happy with the width and crossfall, so I hit next. But the end point is critical here. This road runs from the bottom of the screen to the top, so we're running from south to north. I need to pick an end point for this first design length, and I'm going to select the fillet. I'm actually snapping to the channel underneath the fillet, but I can easily identify this by the dumbbell in the drawing, so I hit left button. So I'm going to start this shoulder design from the first point on the channel running up to this point on the fillet. Next. And because I've already set up the reference string, I only need to go back here, and this time my start point is the point where the fillet hits the left channel. I hit the left button and I select my start point. The end point is as it is. I want to run from this point to the end of the channel, so I hit next. And there's the completed shoulder design. Now I've got to be very careful when I read this last panel, because the options I've got are next to continue, and create another length, or I could select the radio button, join successive strings and exit. But in this case, I don't want to join my shoulder, which is south of the junction, to the shoulder that is north of the junction. So I'm going to select cancel to exit without joining strings. I'm going to quit the wizard, and basically this will leave me a shoulder with a discontinuity or gap across the junction.